Welcome to the Church of Heavenology. I'm Reverend M.L. Siirila. Today we're going to discuss the long game, the problem with right now. We're constantly told to live for the moment. It sounds like great advice until you realize that living only for the moment is actually incredibly stressful. If the now is all there is, then every mistake is permanent, every loss is a total disaster, and every deadline is an existential threat. In Heavenology, we view heaven as the ultimate safety net. It's the final goal not because we're obsessed with dying, but because knowing how the story ends allows us to actually relax while we're living it. Think of heaven as a mental North Star. In a modern world, that is loud, chaotic, and constantly demanding our attention. We need a fixed point. When heaven is the goal, it simplifies your decision making. You start asking, does this choice get me closer to the person I want to be when I finally reach that state of total peace? It's not about following a set of archaic rules. It's about alignment. It's about building a version of yourself that is actually ready for a perfect environment. Most of our frustration in life comes from unfinished business, conversations we didn't have, potential we didn't reach, and justice we didn't see. We believe heaven is the resolution. It's the space where the noise of life finally clears out. If you don't have that as a goal, you're essentially saying that all the unfairness and almosts of life are the final word. We choose to believe that there is a final chapter where it all actually makes sense. Treating heaven as the final goal doesn't make you too heavenly minded to be any earthly good. It actually makes you more useful here. When you aren't desperately trying to squeeze every ounce of heavenly perfection out of a flawed world, you stop being so disappointed by it. You can love people better because you aren't asking them to be perfect. You can handle failure better because you know it isn't the end of your resume. Heaven is the goal so that earth can finally just be earth, a place to learn, a place to grow, and a place to prepare for what's next. All are welcome here in Heavenology. Welcome, seekers of the infinite. Today we gather not to build walls, but to dissolve them. In the Church of Heavenology, our cornerstone is a simple yet profound truth. The divine does not have a VIP list. Often religious traditions act like gatekeepers, checking credentials at the door. But Heavenology teaches us that the light is a universal frequency, not a private club. When we speak of inclusion, we aren't just being polite, we are recognizing a fundamental spiritual law, unity of source. We all originate from the same cosmic spark. To exclude another is to deny a part of ourselves. The tapestry principle. A single thread is a line. Diverse threads woven together create a masterpiece. Our differences in culture, identity, and thought are the textures that make the spiritual fabric strong. Radical empathy. Inclusion begins when we stop looking for us versus them and start looking for the I in thou. How do we break the barriers? Inclusion requires more than just an open door. It requires an open heart. We must actively dismantle the three barriers that keep people in the shadows. 1. The barrier of judgment, replacing "you are wrong" with "I see you." 2. The barrier of tradition, understanding that while rituals are beautiful, they must never become more important than the people they serve. 3. The barrier of silence, speaking up for those whose voices have been dimmed by the world outside these walls. In the vast expanse of the heavens, there is no center and no edge. In the same way, no soul is central and no soul is peripheral. We are all from the heart of existence. As we leave today, carry this thought with you. You are the architects of the new heaven. Every time you extend a hand to someone who feels like an outsider, you are practicing the highest form of Heavenology. You are proving that the divine is big enough for everyone. May your week be filled with the courage to include the wisdom to listen and the grace to love without boundaries. Have a beautiful week, everyone. Amen.